there might not be humans around a couple hundred years from now. Most people walking around don't know what an existential risk is. It's a threat to human existence that's so big and so catastrophic, it could actually drive humanity to extinction forever. No more humans after that. The way that humanity might come to an untimely end that worries me the most is probably a biotech accident. We're starting to work on altered viruses that are much more dangerous and much more deadly than anything found in nature. That combined with this really terrible track record of accidentally releasing viruses, if you put those two things together, that spells a really bad problem for humanity. Another that's kind of coming down the pike, which is surprising to a lot of people, and it was surprising to me, was physics experiments. Our grasp of physics is so tenuous and loose right now. As much as we understand the universe, we really have an incomplete picture of the universe. And it's becoming apparent that in that incomplete view, there's a lot of potential for risk in some of the experiments that we're carrying out. For example, in particle colliders that we're building for ourselves. As they become more and more energetic over time, they become potentially more and more dangerous if some theories that marry relativity with the standard model, the very big gravity and the small other three fundamental forces together, if some of those theories are correct, we could be doing some real damage in these particle colliders as they become more energetic. Probably the biggest threat we face is artificial intelligence. We're putting ourselves in the position of becoming the chimpanzees of the 21st century, where to this point, we have been the top dogs basically on Earth. We run Earth, however you want to look at it. We're in charge of Earth. We're in the process of building an intelligence, an entity, or multiple entities that will eventually supersede our intelligence and most likely take control of Earth away from us. And if we look at how we've treated animals as a model as being in charge of Earth, we can probably get a pretty good idea of what it would be like if something else comes along that's smarter than us that takes control of Earth. As I started talking to people who have spent the last 10, 20 years who are in the field of existential risks, I became hopeful because they're actually hopeful, because they believe there's a really good chance that we could make it through this, that if enough people come together and see this for what it is, we have the wherewithal, we have what it takes ultimately to overcome existential risks. And the thing that gives me hope in thinking about taking on existential risks, where if we come together and we make this like the moral issue of our day, what will that do to propel our species forward? How will we be better on the other side of it?